Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into something that's a total game changer for anyone building machine learning models. We're talking about automation. Specifically, how you can automate all the tedious parts of model selection and tuning to build way better models way faster.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever been stuck for weeks, maybe even months, just tweaking a model, trying to squeeze out that last little bit of performance? It's a massive pain, right? It's a bottleneck that just grinds projects to a halt and burns out entire teams. But what if I told you there's a much better way to do things?
All right, to really get why the new way is so good, we've got to first talk about the problem. Let's really break down the challenges of the old-school manual approach to building ML models.
Okay, let's just be honest. The old way is a total grind. First off, it is incredibly time-consuming. We're talking about endless cycles of trial and error. And because it's so complex, it's super error-prone. One tiny mistake in your code can throw out days of work. All this manual effort is, you guessed it, expensive. It just burns through engineer hours and compute budgets. And maybe the worst part of all, it's often completely non-reproducible. You get a great result once, but can you get it again? Good luck. It makes it almost impossible to build on past work.
So with that pretty frustrating picture in mind, let's flip the script and talk about the solution. This is where automated machine learning, or AutoML, just completely changes the game. At its heart, AutoML is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's all about automating the entire pipeline, the whole shebang of building a machine learning model. It's not about automating just one little piece. It's about systematizing that whole journey from raw data all the way to a model you can actually use. So what does this automation actually look like in practice? Well, it covers pretty much everything. It starts by figuring out the best input features. Then it tries out dozens of different algorithms to see what sticks. From there, it meticulously tunes all the little knobs, the hyperparameters, for the most promising models. And it doesn't stop there. It handles all the training, the validation, the evaluation, and at the very end, it just hands you a leaderboard of the top-performing models ready to go.
Now, this is a really important point. This is not about replacing humans. It's about empowering them. AutoML is designed to take care of all the repetitive brute force work that frees up engineers to focus on the stuff that actually requires a human brain. Creative problem solving, clever feature engineering, and really understanding the results. It's a power tool, not a replacement.
And the payoff here is just huge. You get much faster experimentation, which leads to better models faster. You get a consistent, repeatable process instead of just making it up as you go. It can even help reduce human bias by trying out algorithms that an engineer might have just skipped over. And of course, all of this saves a ton of time and money, which is what makes true enterprise-level ML ops possible.
Okay, so that covers the what and the why. Now let's get down to brass tacks and look at the how, the actual tools and the workflow you'd use to make this happen. So the good news is the ecosystem for AutoML tools is awesome. You've got tons of options. There are fantastic open source tools like H2O, which is amazing for your standard tabular data. You've got Python native libraries like Auto-Sklearn for when you want a bit more control. If you're doing deep learning, something like Auto-Keras is your go-to. And then you have the huge cloud platforms like Amazon SageMaker that give you incredible scale right out of the box. Now what's really wild is how simple this can be. I mean, just look at this code. With just a few lines of Python, you can kick off this incredibly sophisticated model search. All we're doing here is telling H2O to try out 10 different models on our data. And then that last line, aml.leaderboard, that just prints out a beautiful ranked list of the best models it found, complete with all their stats. All that complexity we were just talking about, it's all handled for you, behind the scenes.
But, running a script on your laptop is one thing. Making this work on massive, real-world data sets, that's a whole different ballgame. You have to start thinking seriously about scale, and that means we need to get strategic, especially with hyperparameter tuning.
Yeah, not all search strategies are created equal. You've got grid search, which is the classic brute force method. It just tries every single combination. Then there's random search, which is often faster and works surprisingly well. But if you want to get really smart about it, you use something like Bayesian Optimization. It actually learns from past experiments to make better guesses about where to look next. It helps you find that top-performing model with way fewer attempts.
So how do you actually manage all these different experiments at scale? Well, this is where distributed frameworks like Raytune come in, and they are awesome. With a little bit of code, just like this, you can define your search space. Here, we're just testing 2 learning rates. And that tune.run function, it magically distributes all the work across a whole cluster of machines, running everything in parallel. You get your results back in a fraction of the time.
And at a truly industrial level, it gets even cooler. You'll often see a setup with an AutoML controller running on a platform like Kubernetes. This controller acts like an orchestra conductor. It automatically spins up these isolated containers, or pods, for each experiment. It manages the whole process from start to finish, collects all the results, picks the winner, and makes the entire workflow automated, scalable, and perfectly repeatable. This right here is what production MLOps looks like in the wild.
Okay, now for what might be the most important part of this whole discussion. Having a super powerful tool is one thing, but using it wisely is what really separates success from failure. So let's talk about the absolute must-do best practices and the common pitfalls you need to avoid.
All right, first, the do's. Start small. Don't throw everything at it at once. Get a baseline first. Always, and I mean always, track your experiments so you know exactly what you did and why it worked. And most importantly, you can't just blindly trust the output. You have to validate the results yourself. Add an explainability layer to understand why the model is making the decisions it's making. And, this one is non-negotiable, never ever deploy a model into production without a thorough human review.
And on the flip side, here are the traps you gotta watch out for. The biggest one, again, is blind trust. A close second is making your search space way too big. You'll just be wasting time and burning money. Other big ones are not tracking experiments, letting your cloud costs spiral out of control, and maybe, the most dangerous of all, forgetting about things like fairness and bias. These are the kinds of mistakes that can sink a project fast.
And that really brings us right back to our central theme here. AutoML isn't some magic wand. It's a tool. It's an incredible accelerator for skilled engineers, but it can't, and it won't, replace their judgment, their expertise, or their ethical responsibility.
So, to answer that final question, is AutoML a tool or a replacement? The best way to think about it is like this. AutoML is an incredibly powerful co-pilot. It can navigate that vast, complicated space of models and parameters way faster than any human ever could. But you still need a human pilot in the captain's chair to set the destination, to check the instruments, and ultimately to make that final, critical decision on whether to land.